boys? How are we doing?
Hanging in there.
Hanging in there?
Yeah, doing well. Actually, as we get started here, I got a little something for you, Naveed. A little present from the Welch family.
This is amazing.
This is back to back.
This is amazing. And I've been sat here with him for like 20 minutes just chatting. And he
didn't do it. This is mainly from Anna, my wife. She contributed this, but I'm delivering it.
Okay.
But she got you a pack of
my
Panini
goodness.
FIFA cards. Maybe we could do a opening, a
Should
live
we do an
opening.
Unveiling?
If you get a messy, you have to give it back to us.
Yeah.
I'll sell it back to her.
Is he the one that
He's the
everybody
big draw.
wants?
So to anyone that can't see, I am holding a pack of Panini World Cup 2026 stickers. For anyone that didn't listen a couple of episodes ago, I am rekindling my childhood dreams of filling in a sticker
That's
book
what we want to feed that dream.
that our friend Aaron had gifted to me. So there are 7 stickers in this packet.
How far along are you?
I'm about a third.
Okay.
Through.
Nice.
Yeah.
A lot more than I thought that was you were going to say.
My wife said the same thing. Yeah.
Andrew's saying, I haven't had time to. He's like, no, I'm a third way through.
You know, nothing makes you more attractive to your wife.
He slips into his PJs,
Pulls out a
sitting there with a hot cup of tea, filling in a sticker album late at night.
Hey, babe, what's up?
Meticulously putting
Hey,
his
babe, are you coming to bed? Just give me a second. Okay, so let's do this.
What do we got?
Ready?
All right.
We've got
Speed round.
Luka Vuskovic. He's a stud player who plays for Croatia. No idea who that is. Ooh, Rodrigo de Paul. Big player for Argentina.
Let's go.
Ishmael Kone, big player for Canada. No idea who this is. Jordan Henderson, playing for England.
Let's go.
There you go. Look
There
at
we
that.
go.
England, baby. Let's
You
go.
got one.
Let's do it,
Awesome.
man. One
Funny
for the
story,
home team.
Jordan Henderson just broke his forearm in the game against Mexico
Oh
City.
my gosh.
Is he still going to play, though?
He didn't play in the game. He got injured in celebrations. He was celebrating. He was celebrating with the fans. He falls over the advertising hoarding, and it's very graphic. It's his forearm gets bent the other way, and the bone snaps.
Ooh.
Out the World Cup.
Oh, that's brutal.
Out the World Cup. So
now you can
terrible.
commemorate it with this card.
now
There
I will
you go.
commemorate it with a sticker of Jordan Henderson. So
Jordan Henderson.
Get well
go.
soon. Get well
Let's
soon,
go.
Jordan. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know how we pivot from that to dad wins, because I think this is the biggest win.
That is.
That
a win.
is that
Yeah.
the biggest dad win? Actually, I've got one.
Tell me.
It might be on the same level of a Jordan Henderson
I don't
sticker.
know that it will be, but try.
We'll try.
your
We'll
best.
try.
Yeah, try your best.
Beginning of July was a big week for our household. My wife, her birthday was in June, but we celebrated it in July. So she turned 40
Ooh,
through
big
this
milestone.
massive
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Some of us made it.
I
Others
couldn't
others did
make
not.
it. Excuses,
Others
You know
did
what?
not.
You know what? Give me a second.
I don't want you
He was
stupid
at
Jordan
home.
Henderson.
He was
He's
at-
not going to give me Jordan Henderson. He's going to the guy.
No. Give me a second.
No, I
will-
don't want it.
Give me-
Whatever you're going to
know.
offer me, I don't want it.
Give me
Unless
a
it's
second.
Pro V1s.
Give me a second.
He was home doing his cards.
Had a great great birthday party for
It was
her.
really
Great
cool.
turnout.
Really cool party.
Yeah, it was
Awesome.
a ton of fun. We had this group there called the Cleveland Keys. They play like,
cool.
dude,
Those guys were awesome.
these guys were awesome. So
Yeah.
shout out to the Cleveland
live
Keys
band?
live band.
Awesome.
It's like what three guys.
Yeah, it's like a dueling piano and a drummer.
Yeah, but I
But they
mean,
played everything.
everything. So people just would shout out from the crowd, be like, "Hey, this!"
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
And then they would just play, and they were good, like really
Yeah,
good.
they
Like
were crushing it,
They
man.
were really awesome. So shout out to them.
Yeah.
But then 2 days later, 4th of July, threw a big 4th of July day party at our house, like we typically do.
Also, sorry, couldn't make that either.
Yeah, just again,
Still with his cards.
love
I
how
have
much
a
we need to spend time together, but you know.
Wait, pause. Before he flies off the
Hold on.
deep end.
No, go. Well, one Columbus trip I don't go on, and all of a
Right.
sudden I'm iced. I get it. I know where I sit on the agenda. It's okay.
I needed him yesterday. I called him yesterday.
4 hours later, I
4
call
hours
him
later,
back.
he calls me back. He's like, "Hey, do you need something?"
What's up, bro?
I was like, "What if I had a flat tire? You know my history with flat tires. What if I had a flat tire?"
Stranded.
It's the 3 call rule. You got to call back to back 3 times real fast, and then we know I got to pick it up. Man.
I should have. That's on. That's on.
So
me.
anyway, it was good holiday weekend. Exhausted going into the week just because it was basically nonstop parties, but it was fun.
Nice.
Go
That's
America! Glad we got to 250 years. Let's get another 250 years. And
Let's go.
Yeah, but
Beat-
you know what
beat
was
Rome.
pathetic was the U.S. performance in the World Cup.
That was rough.
That was rough.
Really, really bad.
Yeah,
we don't
it
need
was
to
rough.
dwell too much.
to get
No.
to get beat 4-1 by whoever
Belgium,
we
it
played.
wasn't even that good. Yeah, it was pathetic. It was
Yeah.
really bad going. But
Yeah.
what about you?
We had a breakthrough with the baby
Great.
sleep thing. We've been in the trenches the last couple months, but the little man is officially in his crib.
Nice.
Awesome.
And he's sleeping he's not sleeping all the way through the night, but he's in there rolling around and he's happy.
Good.
So that was a big deal, get him sleeping on his
Nice.
tummy. He's official. It's
Nice.
official.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then I got to throw this out there. Hopefully he doesn't mind me sharing this. I would count this as kind of a dad fail, dad win. Okay. My friend Aaron, actually, he's been
Yeah,
on the
friend
show.
of the pod.
Yeah,
Yeah,
friend of the
friend of
pod.
the pod.
We love Aaron. He was telling me, because we were trying to coordinate going to some fireworks for July 4th close to our house. And but this is the same night these storms were blowing through everywhere. And I was like, yeah, the weather's not looking great over here. Like it's getting really dark and stuff like that. Well, he popped to his house to get some chairs to go then down and watch the fireworks, and his power was out because ours was flickering back and forth. And apparently he didn't have a spare key to his house, so he couldn't get into his house. So he's like, dude, I had to borrow a super long ladder from the neighbors, and luckily our bedroom window was unlocked. So I put the ladder up there, but there was still like a gap between.
Luckily, he's like 6'2"
Exactly.
or whatever. So he was able to shimmy up there.
So he had to like kind of shimmy his way, jump in, like dangle over. And I was like, please tell me you got that in video. He's like, no, we didn't get it in video. But
that's a shame.
But do you guys keep like that? We're so used to always having power and electricity, your garage door going up. Do you guys keep like, not to tell the whole pod world where your spare keys are?
There's a gnome
but-
under. No.
We have a booby trap set up, and if someone that's not family tries to grab it,
Basically, what you do, you go to my mailbox, put $100 in my mailbox. You wait an hour, and then a key appears.
he shows up.
I have a
great.
key. I have like a key on my
On
key
everything,
ring. Yeah, I have
yeah.
a key.
Yeah.
And my in-laws, which are like they're a couple miles down the road, they have one. So we can
What
pop
an
over there.
awful question to ask.
Where's your secret spare
Where's
key?
your secret spare? And where do you keep your passports?
Exactly.
Asking just
And by
for
the
a
way,
friend.
what's your social security?
What's your address?
Well, look, July 4th, obviously, sorry, I missed the parties,
Yeah,
but it
it
was for
hurt.
very, very get out of here. For very good reason. So my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law very graciously hosted us for the July 4th weekend, and we actually had 7 kids under the age of 7 in the house. So my 4 kids, her 3 kids, they have I'm gonna call it a newborn, but they have a son who's about a month and a half younger than my twins, and then they have 2 other girls. So it was a very estrogen-filled house and a lot of kids, right?
Sure.
And it was just really interesting because, day one when you stay at someone's house, you're kind of just being very careful with things, and everyone's on their best behavior, and people aren't like disciplining their kids that well. It's a lot of gentle parenting. It's like
But day 2, people are farting,
Yeah.
throwing food.
by day 3, all hell has broken
You don't even change
Yeah,
any
yeah.
pajamas anymore. You're just walking around in your boxers and your beater, carrying your sticker book underneath your arm. Just leave me alone.
It's funny because they'll have house rules, we have house rules, and then suddenly all the rules start blurring into like one.
Yeah.
But it kind of resulted in this like interesting dilemma is maybe the wrong word. But when you're hanging around with family or friends or even like strangers when you're in the park, or whether you're hosting at your house or you're at someone else's house, it does result in these like unwritten rules around like disciplining someone else's kid, right?
Right.
And you've got like, if you set the scene, whether it's a party or a barbecue, and you see like another kid just climbing over the furniture or touching all the food or pushing your kid, where is this? I'm going to call it like the social contract. Like, who is actually responsible? Is it the parent of the kid?
Yes, 100%, always.
But at what point? So, okay.
But
So
what if they don't see it and
I'm
you
talking
see
about,
it?
I'm talking about like years before they came to the party.
yes. Okay.
It's still
Yeah,
the
yeah,
parent.
yeah, yeah.
Because a kid doesn't come to the party and lick all the food if the parent hasn't told them previously, hey, it's impolite to lick all the food. Stealing drinks, taking snacks, whatever.
But,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
okay, so let's do a bunch of scenarios. So you've got the scenario where it's not at your house. You've gone to a party.
Mm-hmm.
You're at the party, and the food example, because I've seen this firsthand. A kid with sticky fingers is touching all the food.
Right.
You are witness to it.
But you're not like, you're just an attendee.
No, but you're in the line. You're in the line waiting for food. There's a kid in front of you, and the kid is touching all the food.
Oh,
I've seen
okay.
it.
I wouldn't say anything.
You
to
wouldn't
that.
say anything.
Nah.
Would you
just-
still
okay.
eat the food?
Probably not. Probably not.
Okay. Part B to this. The parent then joins the line. The parent is now standing behind you. do you tell the parent? Do you say anything to the parent?
If I even recognize it, because I typically don't pick up on that sort of stuff. But if I did recognize it, I'd probably say a joking comment.
Okay.
Yeah, like probably say a joking comment.
How joking? Like passive aggressive
Yeah,
joking?
100% passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, wow, your kid really likes to touch everything. Glad we all get to share whatever he touched for the last 2 days.
Yeah. He licked
So
that
not a
one.
joke then.
Probably
I'm gonna
say
take
he-
you out
I'd
and
probably-
fight you right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
parent.
Okay, let's flip the scenario. Your house, your rules. How do you deal with stuff in your house? So whether it's jumping on a couch, a kid who is just running amok, running upstairs, trekking mud in, pulling stuff down, like how do you then deal with it?
You're in my world.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, I will tell you what's going on. Like, I have no problem being like, hey, we don't go in that room. Hey, we don't do that. Get your hands off the food. Like, I have no problem
So
saying that.
so you would say something and not wait for the parents.
Not at all. Don't care. I'm never gonna never physically do anything to the child.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna be mean to them. I'm gonna be like, hey,
Just
in this
stare at
house,
them with a
I'd say like, hey, in this house, we don't do that.
Do you think correcting
Yeah.
someone else's child is rude?
I guess it depends the intent.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think like at that point they're being disruptive to others.
Yeah.
In a way that is not like, oh, I accidentally. If a kid's like stealing snacks off the counter or taking a bunch of dessert, that stuff I don't care about.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like,
yeah.
oh, I said one cookie. Like no, that doesn't
Yeah.
bother me at all. It's if they're being destructive for the sake of being destructive. Like you'll know the kid
Yeah.
who's got the baseball bat and he's just
Yeah.
smacking the light post with the baseball bat. You're going, what are you doing? What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Yeah.
And that'd be the time I'd like step in. But you know, if it's just a kid being a kid and he's stealing juice boxes or wants a Diet Coke, I have no problem giving someone else's kid a Diet Coke.
Fair.
Here you go, buddy. Here's Mountain Dew to go with it.
Yeah, here you go, kid.
Well, that's a different level of like villain because then
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
just
yeah.
getting them jacked up with
No,
sugar
I'm not.
so that the
I'm
parent
not.
can.
I'm more saying like if they're damaging or destroying something, I have absolutely no problem stepping in. If they're touching food or picking up a bunch of stuff, be like, hey, whatever you touch, you got to take.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Now, are you guys more lax though? Let's say you're having a family party or you're having a party and people over. Are you a little more lax with your kids on some of the
Sadly.
rules?
Sadly so.
So that's the hard thing because then do you ever see your kid
Oh, they
and
regress.
you know they're doing it just because they can because
Yeah.
it's at a party and they all look at you and you're like, no, it's fine. But you know
Matt's
inside
such a gentle parent.
the worst is like the second day when they think, oh, I still can get away with this, and they try to pull it the second day. You're like, oh no,
You're like,
baby,
no, no.
we're back on lockdown. The
in my
warden's gone. You're in my world now.
my world now, Grandma.
All right, so let's stay with the scenario again. So you're back in your house. You have told a kid stop taking such and such or stop doing whatever. Now the parent interjects, and the parent's like, "Oh no, it's okay. In our house, we're fine to free range this, or we're fine to do that, or we're fine."
And just get fired up.
I hide my type A pretty good.
yeah.
That's
gonna bring it out.
Yeah, that's a. Let me show you the door. 'Cause we don't play that way in my
Yeah.
house. Like we live in community with one another,
Yeah.
meaning you respect other people's
Yeah.
boundaries and other people's stuff. Like I'm not going to touch your food on your plate.
Yeah.
Don't touch the food on the. I'm just using that as an
Yeah,
example.
yeah.
But like if your kid's screaming and crying, I'm not gonna. I could care less about that sort of stuff. It's more of the like, is he interfering, or if like. You know those people who have a kid that screams and cries and they ignore them, like they're not
Yeah.
trying to take care of them. That's like, hey, your kid probably needs some attention. You should probably go give your kid some attention.
Yeah.
And I typically try to tell them something rather than just talk behind their back after they leave.
The parent?
Yeah, the parent. So I'll typically try to be
Give me an
like,
example.
like in that case, like, oh, it looks like you should probably take care of your, like, looks like your kid needs some love.
This is so passive aggressive.
Oh, 100%. Looks like your kid needs some
That's
love.
what I wanted to hear exactly.
Yeah. And they'll be like, well, what do you mean? Like, oh, when a kid screams and cries for 25 minutes straight, you probably should just pick him up and hug him or something like that.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
I'm just
Attend
giving you an idea.
What's going on with you though? What are you doing?
I'm
discipline-wise?
similar. I think if it's in our house, like I don't really hold back from like the rules that we keep in our house. Like this happened.
So you're not harder with your kids? Like you won't like discipline your kids more if your kids are also running amok with other kids?
Yeah, I mean, I think I do kind of look more strict because you think like, well, my kids should know better
Yeah.
if this is something we've talked about before.
Yeah.
This is something that
I feel like I get
reoccurs.
stricter with my kids. Like
Yeah.
When people are over?
yeah, like if they're let's say they're playing with like friends or cousins and everyone's being destructive, it's just far easier to like tell your kid to stop.
Oh, if my kids are involved,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know the rules. We don't do this.
Because that's almost like a free pass to like discipline the other kids so they can hear you kind of not berating, but like letting or setting the rules. Is there like a hierarchy, do you think, of like family members who are allowed to like interject? Would you, if you look at in-laws or parents versus your siblings versus, let's say, cousins, whoever else, like, do you think there's like a hierarchy?
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be a hierarchy in there somewhere.
But is it an unwritten hierarchy? Is it a written hierarchy?
I don't know. I feel like it's a different. I feel like though, like so, for example, like my parents and grandparents, it's a different vibe, man. When grandparents are there, and like they just look at the situation different because they're
kids or the grandparents.
The kids. No, the grandparents are looking at the kids and whatever's happening.
Yeah.
Because they're coming in and they're hanging out for a little bit and then they're leaving. Where it's like that kind of behavior, if something's going on, it's like not a big deal. But when you're there every day and you're seeing it every day and you're trying to like teach them, hey guys, we need to respect this, respect that, it's a lot different, you know what I mean, than because I don't know about you guys, like that's kind of how my parents are over at least like once a week to help with the kids. And so, they're in for a couple hours and then they're gone. So they're probably not
Have you ever sat down like with your parents and like said like, this is how we do things?
There are things, I've talked about like, hey, we got to do this. This is how we do it. And it's just, they're going to do what they're going to do though. That's the funny thing. Like, this is a funny story about my mom, but we would put the baby in a swaddle and she just would not swaddle this kid. And we're like, Mom, we do this every night. He takes all of his nap. He's totally okay with that. She's like, nope. He looks at me and I could just tell he's saying, you better not zip this thing up. So like she would put him in it, but then wouldn't tighten it, So the kid, he would always like hit himself. I'm like, well, there's
actually
a reason
more
for
dangerous.
that.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's just my mom has a big heart and she's just like, she feels like maybe I'm hurting him by like tucking this in tight.
Yeah.
And she's like, he just looks at me and says, you better not. I can just see in his face, It's probably an Italian mom thing too, just reading his thoughts. But it's just like the quirky little thing that like, she's just going to do. No matter how many times we're like, hey, please swallow him. And like, this is how he sleeps. She's not going to do it.
We've got some family friends that, I can't remember which kid they finally got like an au pair, like in the house. And like the au pair like lives in like with you, right? And I remember her saying this, that the hardest thing that you have to accept is that when there's someone else who's watching your children, like paid help or whatever, is watching your children, is then watching them discipline your kid. Because like, I can yell at my kid. You can yell at your kid. There's something about someone else yelling at your kid that's just instinctive that makes you want to like intervene. And she was like, because what they had been told by like the au pair agency is like, once you start, once you're no longer on the same page and the kid can see that you, the parent, will pull rank every single time on like the help, the kid's going to be like, I'm not listening to the nanny or the au pair or whoever else is the grandparent, whoever else is watching it. But then the flip reverse exists as well, right? Like if parents watching or whoever family watching the kids, and when that person is over, all hell breaks loose, the same exists as well.
Have you guys been in a situation where someone's disciplined your kids and like you hear them?
I know I have, because like I can feel the emotion when you said, like, I know I've been there. I can't remember like what actually happened.
Yeah.
I think the bigger issue is when like, the kid isn't doing anything destructive. They're just being a kid.
Yeah.
So like you're at your grandparents and they're just being loud and just like having fun and laughing. And for whatever reason that day they're irritated and they like go crush down on your kid. You're like, you just sacrificed 2 years of your, relationship with this kid by doing that. Because they're going to be like, why was grandma mad at me? Or why was grandpa mad at me? And all this stuff, like, I don't know. So there's been those types of issues where, we kind of go.
What about with strangers? You've been in the park where someone's hit your kid, pushed your
I
kid?
don't really have an issue like telling some kid I don't know to stop doing something.
Yeah.
Or to like
physically
leave my
touching,
kid alone.
physically touching if somebody physically tried to touch my kid, there'd be a problem.
Yeah.
It's one thing to say like, oh, if my kid's doing something, yes, protect your kid or whatever, which we don't have that problem. Like if there was that sort of, absolutely.
Yeah.
But if somebody...
What do you do about like swearing and like you guys don't swear in like your household, right?
No, we try. We try not.
You got teenagers. You got teenagers.
Yeah, we got teenagers. There's a lot of slapping going on.
Is there potty language in the house?
I would say that there is a fair amount of teenage influence going on in my house right now.
Yeah.
That we continue to try to battle against. So,
but you now have older kids, and this is so.
This is what that's why like it's interesting as you guys talk about this, because it looks from my perspective like when I had a lot of young kids and I would have like my in-laws over or whatever, it was like, yeah, you kind of just let them do, and you're kind of like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing this now. It's 8:30. They should be going to bed, and you just gave the one Diet Coke. This is awesome.
Right, yeah.
Now I'm just like, hey, don't give them Diet Coke. You'll screw up the rest of my day.
Yeah. You feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I've become so
Yeah.
much more just like, hey, this is matter of fact. You're messing
yeah.
with my life here.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Well, you have where I was going with my other question was you have older kids now, and I've seen this, like, let's say, like on my wife's side, where when you're from a really big family, that when you have the age gap in kids, you know, some of those age gaps are such that the teenagers are now watching the kids.
Yeah.
And so, like, is there an element of it where you see your older kids like enforcing? You know how, like, in sports teams, you've got like the veterans who like enforce like the rules on like the rookies. Like, do you see that like in your household, or is it the other? Is it actually the other way where the older kids are like, you know, more like the fun? I'm doing
No, absolutely not. We're the fun parent. Our older kids like, you guys didn't let us do all this. Now the younger kids get to do this, which is completely wrong. But they have like a warped version of how hard their life was.
Yeah.
To the point that my wife documents everything. She journals, she takes photographs, she does everything. So she goes back to the tape. Like, she'll go back to the tape and be like,
Dear diary.
She'll be like, oh, really? And she'll like go back and be like, was this you? Like all the things you're saying. So she's done a really good job.
That's
but as my
funny.
older kids get older and they do watch the kids and whatever else, it is they definitely think they had a harder life and we're easier on the younger kids. So they become the enforcer. Like,
Oh, they do.
oh, they become like, to the point I'm like, guys, chill out. They're kids. They'll be okay.
It's like
And
hazing.
Yeah.
Oh, it is 100%. It's hazing. Yeah,
They feel
absolutely.
that power. They're
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna use it. What about you, Naveed? Because you can maybe have little OCD tendencies,
Me?
like
No.
around the
No.
Like when you have a bunch of kids running around your house.
He just throws all the food out.
I just buy a new house.
He's just like, I just burned it down.
Every
Irene.
time we have a
gotta
party,
leave.
I just buy a new house. It's just easier that way.
I'm out of here. Yeah.
You know what's
I mean,
actually?
He
you have
puts
a full
the plastic
hazmat?
slip covers
Yeah.
on all the couches.
Full hazmat suit. You go in there to clean.
You know what's funny is when we do throw like big parties, I actually don't care, because I know that there's a big cleanup that's coming, irrespective. And my wife is a very gracious host, and she does a great job of telling me in no uncertain terms just to cool it before we like host or whatever. So that's fine. No issue.
Is there a certain sign?
She
or
gives him a
like,
couple pills and just says, "Hey, chill out, bro. It's gonna be okay."
put you down in a big
Wow, I
chair?
slept through another party.
Oh well, guess I'm gonna get back to my sticker book.
She gives him 4 packs of sticker books.
She just gives me a sticker.
Go sit in the corner, buddy.
That's hilarious. That's so funny.
So let's take this as macro, micro. Macro, big party.
Yep.
Don't care. Micro though. So let's say someone comes into my house, shoes. If their kids run through my house with muddy shoes, that's probably a top 10 trigger for me. Because in my head, let's get insights into how my brain is operating.
Let's dive into this
go in
bad
there.
boy.
Let's get in there.
We got 20 more minutes. Let's do this. So, kid runs through your house, muddy shoes.
Kids run through my house, muddy shoes. All I'm thinking is, I now have kids who are crawling around the house. I don't want muddy shoes throughout my house
Yes.
when kids are crawling. I also don't want to know where your shoes have been, if you've been in public spaces, public restrooms.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of stuff that you're tracking through my house. Could I mop it? Yeah, I probably could. Should I chill out? Yeah, I probably should. But I've got kids crawling around. So sometimes I look at it and I go, how are you not receptive to kids on the floor,
Sure.
walking around, all that stuff? So on a micro level, I get really agitated. But like on a macro level, if you're throwing like an outdoor party and people are walking in and out, I'm like, yeah, whatever. That's what we've decided to do. So
Yeah.
if we've decided to throw a party, no big deal. But if someone comes over, whether it's announced or unannounced, and there's like these like small micro things, it's very tricky. But then I can't sit there and be like, hey, actually, depending on the family member, I will. I'll call them out and have the kids do it. But there's been times where like I have passive aggressively just put a sign up and said, take your shoes off before people coming. So.
And if it's a random Thursday and it's just your kids tracking through the house.
They know better. They would never.
Yeah.
And if they do,
They know.
They know better.
they know better. I'm
So
serious.
you guys are a shoes off house.
We are a shoes off house.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys shoes on, shoes off?
It doesn't matter.
Really?
Genuinely.
Well, no one's crawling around.
Even when they were crawling around.
Didn't care.
Yeah. I look at it like, if a grown man comes over to my house, I'm probably not going to ask them to take off their shoes. That's just how I look at it. So, like, my in-laws come over, and my in-laws live in, my in-laws were never like a take the shoes off. Like, I grew up in a household where, like, you take your shoes off when you walk in.
Yeah.
100%.
And that was mine as well. So it was ingrained in me, whether I went to
100%.
someone else's house or my house, shoes off every single time.
Yeah.
I hate wet socks more than I hate people walking around in shoes. And so then I would just start wearing, flip-flops or stuff around the house.
shoe.
And then it just kind of slowly morphed into like, who cares at this point?
Yeah.
Just because it is what it is. But, you know.
I'm the same way. I mean,
Shoes on, shoes off.
typically we take the shoes off, but if someone comes over and they're walking with shoes, I don't say
Yeah.
anything. Like, I don't say, hey, bud,
Yeah.
you're going to have to go back to the front door and slip those
Yeah.
off.
Hey,
you know?
bud,
Try
get out.
again.
Yeah,
try
try
again.
again.
Try
Get
to
out.
guess try to guess what rule you broke.
I step right in front
I'm
of
not going
them,
to say anything. We're just going to sit here in silence until you figure out the rule you broke.
and I'll just look at their feet real intensely.
All right. What about a topic that, something like bullying? So if you have a kid, and this, I don't know if this is a story where you would have to interject or, intervene with another kid directly, or whether it's a story of you like having to coach another kid. But like, how do you kind of navigate like when it comes to like bullying, whether you see it or whether you hear about it like through your kid? Like, how would you think?
Yeah, we've
about
had a couple instances like in throughout the years of our kids being bullied. I don't think we've ever had an instance where our kids were doing the bullying. Like, I can't remember that, or maybe it's just selective memory. But I genuinely don't
But
believe.
have you had
that
to
it
like
was-
intervene with the kid and the
Ne-
parent?
never with the kid at that point. Like, there's been
Okay.
times where like you're at a park and a kid's being a little aggressive with one of your
Yeah.
kids, and you
Yeah.
got to go over and be like, "Hey, bud, like, we don't do that.
Yeah.
That's not
I'm
how we
watching
do
you do-
things. Yeah, that's not how we
Yeah,
do
yeah.
things." And then, if you have to go talk to the parent, we've had a couple times where you've had to kind of go do that with a
Yeah.
parent, like at a pool or something like that,
Yeah.
where it's
Yeah.
getting a little aggressive. But at school, we've had, one of my kids had like a pretty bad like experience at a school, and he was getting bullied pretty good. Where like there's only so much you can do. Where like, is it the teacher's responsibility? Is it the kid's responsibility? When you talk to the parents, and the parents like, oh no, I don't think that's that or that's that. It's
Right.
like, well, what's the reality versus
Yeah.
so it's a tricky situation, I think, overall. But I think the best thing you can do as a parent is just continue to build up your kid and be like, listen, there's bad people in the world all over the place, and everyone's going to make excuses for their bad behavior. It's your job to not take it personal and to be able, be emotionally intelligent enough. The biggest thing is try not to let them be. And it messes with the kid's brain because they start to believe these things that people say about them or do to them, and so it's a sad part of growing up. But
Yeah.
as a parent, there's only so much you can do, and
Yeah.
just give them all the tools you can.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Hot takes.
Thanks for sure. Yeah, thanks for that. Moving on to hot takes.
Quickly moving on.
No, it's just cool. All right, you asked a question, dude.
And that was a great answer. You want me to hug you?
Just having a good time today.
Yeah, that's right.
Thanks for sharing that, Andrew.
Yeah,
Really
thanks.
appreciate
Oh,
that.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Hold on while I wipe my tear away. Going down memory lane.
All right. Well, I don't know how to pivot from that, but hot takes.
Yep.
So I'm going to give you a couple of hot takes, and you let me know if you agree or disagree. All right. Parents today don't correct their kids enough.
I mean, yeah, I would say that's as a general statement.
As a general statement.
As
yeah.
a general statement. I would say most of our family friends and most of the kids we hang out with, their parents are pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Like, overall, they're pretty good.
That's probably why you're friends, though, right?
Yeah, but as a
become
general
friends.
statement, like when I go out in the world and I see how kids act, I'm like, you need some parenting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think?
same way. A lot of people close to us, I feel like, they're paying attention to their kids, which is nice. But same way, you see kids when they're
a generational thing. Like, do you think like previous generations thought the same thing as well?
No, I just think that look, when you become a parent, like you kind of have a couple choices, right? You can either be like, I want to be a great parent. I want to learn as much as I can. I want to read. I want to study. I want to like find out.
Want to listen to Chief Dad Officers?
I want to listen to chief dad officers, make myself smarter. Or you could kind of just be like, just whatever, right? And I just think, unfortunately, like it's easier to kind of just be like, well, whatever, and just do whatever and not really pay attention to some of that stuff. So I feel like you notice that with some kids, the way maybe they interact with their parents or something like that sometimes when you're out and about.
The hot take. Every adult should be allowed to correct a child who's being disrespectful.
Towards them or towards someone else?
Both.
If it's my kid and they're being disrespectful, I will 100% correct them right there on the spot. I don't really care how embarrassed they are. Ooh. If a kid is being disrespectful to me, I will typically address that child and be like, hey, when you're talking to me, that's not how you talk. Not in a negative way, but more in a way of like...
Okay, let me reverse it. So you're at Target and your kid's being obnoxious. Mm-hmm. And a lady behind you says something. Hey, put the gum back. Or, hey, I wouldn't really be picking up the gum. I should be putting that back. Are you offended or not offended?
No, not at all. I'd be like, yeah, listen, put the gum back. You know the rules. That's literally how I would respond.
Yeah.
I would agree.
I'd say the exact same thing.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. If it's done respectfully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's like, you little, then I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to punch someone in Target. Yeah. I think today's my day.
Today's my day.
You might be 78.
I've been waiting for this moment. He's cracking his knuckles.
All right, next statement. If you don't want me correcting your kid, you need to correct them first.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right. I think there's
a time and place.
Yeah, there's a time and place.
If your kid is being a knucklehead in Target, I'm probably not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be gone in 5 minutes unless it interferes with my life. I just really don't care.
Guys, I witnessed probably, like, I've rarely wanted to intervene. And I was going to where was I going? I was going to the France-Sweden game in New York. And I was going through Cleveland Hopkins. And you know how Cleveland Hopkins has like that concourse area where you've got like the Chick-fil-A and the Shake Shack and all that, right? I'm walking through there and I had my headphones in and I could see like all these heads were like turned. And I was like, something's going on. I took my one headphone out. This woman has like maybe her 6-year-old. She's shaking the 6-year-old and yelling obscenities at him. And I don't know what he had done. Guys, I'm not joking. She bends him over and spanks him in front of the entire airport. There were audible gasps. I had no idea what was going on, but it was like a scene from a movie.
Yeah, that's not.
That is unacceptable.
That's unacceptable.
And the worst part is, so she spanks him, and then they continue waiting in line at like Shake Shack or Chick-fil-A, and you've got everyone around them so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't even think you could do that in public anymore without getting arrested.
Seriously.
No,
you know what I mean?
That's like, so when I was saying I would correct my children, that's not what I was
No.
referring to.
Yeah.
I was referring to the idea of like, hey, we don't talk. You know better than that.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. No, you can't. You
can't
do
do
that.
that.
No, that's brutal.
That's terrible.
brutal.
That's unacceptable.
That feels like a good place to end. Why don't you take us home, Matt?
Yeah, guys, listen, we appreciate you guys for listening. Find us at Chief Dad Officers on the socials for more conversations where we get some lively comments, some other hot takes on there. And let us know if you've been in any awkward situations with your kids and had to do any disciplining of other people's kids.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Until next time, guys, thanks for listening.
Cheers.
See ya.